to see this, but I am here to talk today. Okay. I have been doing something and sitting on something for so long. And it's around money. If you come to this channel, what the heck? My cat has been in this room. She's still in here somewhere, and she's drinking my Rose Jericho water. This cat, man, she do. All right, let me get back to that because that's obvious. Like I was just in that water today. Anyway, let's get to this. I want to talk about the basics around keeping yourself saved while you're going through a financial crisis. Okay? That's what we're here to talk about today. We're going to talk about that. Okay? And I'm going to bring out some little tools, little stuff. I'm going to tell you things because it's key to know this. I ain't giving you everything because I'm going to be sitting here talking forever. I have been studying and working on this stuff for quite some time. And when I say that, I mean it. Okay? So let's get into it. First off, one of your main things when it comes to money and crisis and worrying about big things like eviction. I think eviction is probably one of the worst. And then also car repossession or loss of income, loss of a job. Like, you're not getting along with everybody at your job. I'm sorry, this is just like moving, so I'm going to try and keep it propped in my hand. So we're going to talk about that today. Because one of the things I've noticed is that people kind of talk to people about coming up with solutions for things that are about your dream job, that's about your dream life, but nobody's talking to anyone about a crisis that's happening right now and you are panicking. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's my specialty. Why? Because I panic and I try and find solutions. Okay? So let's get ready and talk about some basics. One of the very first basic things that you can do to keep money in your pocket and keep money coming in. Oh, congratulations, Manette Laird. I'm glad you survived that. That is a crisis to survive. And so what I'm saying applies to that. You want to be grateful. You want to find something to be grateful for. But when I tell you grateful, don't think in terms of celebrity gratitude journals and all that mess. That's not what I'm talking about. Because we regular people here and we trying to live. So you're going to be grateful for every little tiny thing that you see. And I literally mean grateful for every little tiny thing that you see. How does it start for me? I'm grateful. I come out of my bedroom, right? I'm grateful for this carpet. I'm grateful for these stairs. I'm grateful as I go down these stairs. I'm grateful as I turn the corner and I hit the landing. I'm grateful because I'm leaving here and I'm going to get to my job on time. No, I'm not a preacher. No. I'm grateful that I get to take this walk and smell all these fresh flowers, see the cats, and get to the train and be there by myself. This is if you're a person that's still at work, okay? You're going to be grateful for every single part of what you do every day. If you have time off, this is really good to do when you got a weekend, a Friday, but you running up on something crazy. Let's say your rent is late. Let's say your mortgage is behind. You're going to hit that grateful thing like it is your actual job. It's going to become more important than your actual job. So what I suggest for everybody is that you get a journal and write down every single thing you're grateful for. If journaling is not your thing, just say it. Literally say it out your mouth. Be grateful for every tree. Be grateful for every shrub. Be grateful for every plant. Be grateful. Be grateful for every task that you have to do at your job. Be grateful for every person that you get to talk to. Be grateful for your first sip of coffee. Be grateful for your first sip of tea. It depends on who and what you are. But be grateful. You have to be grateful. That is one of the immediate things that releases you from the clutches of crisis when you are facing something financial that could really have you in the streets, that could have you going and asking your parents for money, your friends for money, or starving for the next few days. Like you just going fast because how you going to get through it. I have been through this. I am not just talking. Okay? So what you want to do after being grateful, that's one of the main things. It's simple, but a lot of people, like this person in here, they don't want to be grateful. And I know that that is a hard process. It's not always easy to be grateful when you're going through something crazy. But you have to find a way to be grateful. I'm more of a spiritual person. Hey, Andelamico. How you doing, baby girl? Or baby mama, big mama. Hey, you know what I mean. You have to find gratitude. Gratitude is your first way out the door, in the door, staying where you want to be, whatever it is you're going through. If you can't, and gratitude is not about writing. If you have to write and you are a person that's good at writing, then gratitude is for you. But if you're not good at writing and you forget it, you just need to get on a gratitude walk as you're walking to work, as you're walking to your car, as you're driving. Gratitude, and it needs to be something that takes over your brain. And then when you're done, right? Do it again the next day. Do it again the next day. The next thing, this is a simple tool. 20 minutes of meditation every single day. 20 minutes of meditation. You don't have to listen to a guru unless you want to. You can get on YouTube, listen to some rain noises, stuff like that. It'll make your life easier. 20 minutes a day, for some reason, it clears you and gives you a nice buffer away from negativity. It just does it. I wish I could tell you the mechanics behind it, but I know that if I meditate, my life goes a lot better when I'm in the middle of crisis than when I don't. Okay? All right. So you got gratitude and you got meditation. What would be, it can be 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be 20 minutes. I think that 20 minutes is better. And being dead out, I like 40 minutes. I'm a Joe Dispenza person, so I recommend everybody do meditation for 40 minutes a day. But most people can't get there, so 10 minutes is something. You can do it on the train. I'm known for having a headset in my ear and listening to, you can get that Calm app for free, the Calm app. And I think it's the Calm app. It's on this phone. I can't think of what it is right now. But thank you, Park Anna. You can take and find a free app. Do not pay for an app. Find a free app that will give you some white noise, some brown noise, purple noise, pink noise, airplane sound, something like that, so that you can just zone into that and only think about that sound, because it will release you from a lot of stress. Okay, so we had gratitude and meditation. Number 3, you got to get in and work on your thoughts. The best way to work on your thoughts is affirmations. I know. But I will tell you this. You will do better. Like, take for instance, when it comes to money, 1 affirmation for money, or 2 at the most, is what you would do. Um, and you want to kind of loop it through your brain. Like look, the meditation, excuse me, the affirmation can start off like, um, I'm rich and powerful. And then it can kind of turn into a song like, I'm rich and powerful, I'm rich and powerful, right? And you just walking down the street saying that to yourself all the time. That's it. And your life will begin to change. When you are sitting at a job and you just typing and typing and typing, or if you are a person that, it doesn't matter, if you're doing work that allows your brain to kind of zone. I don't care if you're washing dishes, I don't care if you're mopping floors, I don't care if you're folding laundry. I'm serious. If you find those times where it's kind of like dead silence, most of the time people might watch a television show, put it in a podcast or something like that, where you can program your own mind with what you want your life to be. Those are three key things. The fourth one, which is the big one, it's a big one. And it's what I help a lot of people with now as a spiritualist. That's interesting. 5-5. I like that. Hello, everyone. It's angel work. Now, I'm more spiritual. I have a whole lot of pantheons and kingdoms I can tap into when it comes to this officially. But for the general public, angel work. If you having an issue with money, you got to kind of find which ones work for you. But I'm going to recommend the Gallery of Magic, which is, you can just purchase their books off Amazon. And Damon Brand is the first one I would work with. After that, there are others. There are others. There's a lot of others, and you'll be turned on to them if you get any of his books, because then there are a lot of other authors. But my point to you is that the angelic, that's the start. Once you start working with the angelic kingdom, or you're just reading with them, they help with a lot. And I'm going to tell you, these books found me. One of them came to me as a free book on Apple Books. I never purchased it. It just showed up in my Apple Books. And I was like, what the heck is this? Right? And I said, okay. I looked into it. Now, at this time, I may have been I was meditating and doing affirmations for certain, because I was working with Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, which is not free. It's about $25 per meditation. But I'm going to tell you now, if you have health issues, Dr. Joe Dispenza is worth your time and the shine. Get his stuff. But when it comes to a financial crisis, I don't know that I would really recommend him for that. I would recommend him for helping take the stress off of you. But after that, you can, like I recommended here earlier, bring it down to a 10-minute meditation. You can bring it down to a 20-minute meditation, whatever works for you. Put a little timer on your phone. Put that white noise on. Put that, that just basic stuff on. And then rock out. But every single day, because it creates a buffer between you and the things that you're worried about. But number 3, the affirmations are key, because the affirmations begin to allow you to go in and really hunt and sift the negative things that you are thinking all the time. Take for instance, if you got a bill that's coming, you got a major bill that's coming and the phone ringing, and you don't recognize the number, you're terrified that it's the bill collector. I'm telling you now, the affirmations that you do throughout the day, and you should be doing them quite a few times throughout the day. Once you do those affirmations and do it on a regular basis, and I'm going to give you about a week to really kick it in, Once you get to that level, you're starting to clear your brain of worryation. And eventually that phone is going to ring and you're going to assume that it's something good coming through. You're going to watch and notice when you're terrified that it's something bad coming through. You're going to feel it at a cellular level real strong. Wait, I'm doing all this meditation, I'm doing grateful proclamations, and I'm doing affirmations, and I'm still thinking like this. That's when you'll be able to look at it and go, well, you can say, I rebuke you in the name of. You could say, nah, cancel that, man. You know, something like, or just get right into your affirmation. Just start looping it through your brain. Just start looping it through your brain. Because one of the things that you begin to learn, no matter what you have done, you have completed already. And it's right in front of you. What is happening right in front of you is completed already, whatever. Those were thoughts you were having before. But once you understand, oh, those are my previous thoughts, and I'm continuing to loop these things. Well, it's time to change the loop, right? It's at that moment that you change your thoughts by saying the affirmation over and over again. And eventually, the affirmation becomes your internal baseline thought. Now, I will even jump into the affirmations a little deeper. I have a list of affirmations around here I wrote initially, and it got me to I got to well over 100 affirmations. And every affirmation, just about, I would say 75% of my affirmations were about money. Which I felt, for real, messed me up over time. Because the one thing in that affirmation list that I only wrote about one time was the strongest thing that came flying and found me, and I was open to it, and it was good to go. And I wasn't even counting on it. I didn't even think nothing about it. And it had nothing to do with cash. The money started to clear once I backed away from doing all those money affirmations every day. Because doing 100 of them, it's just not necessary. You only need 2, and you need to just reprogram your mind. You want to do up to 4? Okay, but really, 1 is good enough. Because what you'll notice is that with the affirmation, the one affirmation that's good for you for money, and I'm gonna give you a caveat underneath of it. Is that when you are doing that one affirmation, for some reason, it kind of just blots your world out and gives you like a nice ooze over everything. So anything you're worried about, it's like you've lifted the vibration, because it's very rare that somebody's going to come up with an affirmation talking about, I'm dirt poor. That's what the world has us thinking, right? That's what the program is. But for real, hi, hello to everyone. The programs of the world have us thinking we have nothing. But when we start to understand that the power of the mind is what changes stuff, we realize we got a lot. And I know for a lot of people, it's just like, I get people call me, ask me to pray for them, do work. It's all that. Fine. I don't mind doing that. I do it. Cool. However, they have to eventually get to a place where it is their mind that is completely changed, not mine. Because I can be out here doing this work for you, and I'm pushing because I want something big for you. But it's only going to get to you as big as you allow it to. Now, and I recently did this for somebody. I did some work for someone that had a legal case come to them, and the offer that they came to them with was like 4 figures. Well, by the time I was done with the work, we got well into the 5 figures. You understand? that was given to them. Now, if they had done that themselves, it may have even reached higher, or along with me, it would have reached higher. But it is what it is. Because sometimes people, they're tired. They don't have that within them. But for other people who have it within them, these are some free tips, man. Gratitude. I'm going to say that again. Meditation, affirmations, and working with the angelic kingdom. I've given you the recommendation. Damon Brand is the author. Look him up on Amazon. He's great on Kindle. You can get him on Kindle, or you can get the hardback books. I just happen to have a free book that dropped into my Apple Books, of all places. The first place I ever heard of this man. And there's only one book sitting over there on my Apple Books. Everything else is on Kindle. And I've learned, just moved and gotten so much. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's important to understand that when you are going through crisis and you are worried about whether or not if you're going to make it through, the tools I just gave you are the tools you use for every type of crisis available. Being grateful, meditation, changing the thoughts in your mind, and then finally working with an energy that you trust. I said angelic, but there are many others that people work with. Okay? I came here to get that information. I've been on here longer than what I thought I would be today. Please remember the caveat that I did want to give under the money, though. Don't make an affirmation about winning the lottery. It's a waste of your mental time. If you're going to win the lottery, you'll win it. You can do that, but it puts a lot of pressure on you to do that. I promise you that if you say you want to make, $500 a day or $1,000 a day, that's the same as the lottery. And if you play the ticket, you may win. But wanting to expand your consciousness to a place where you're going to automatically think all the time that you are winning the lottery, and this is anyone on this planet. I'm not saying that you can't, but wanting to expand your mind to that place where you can, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a whole lot of energy, because you have to keep thinking it. And then you have to start to recognize there are so many programs out here to tell you that you're not going to win it. You watch the news. Oh, the odds are, right? You have to find a way to make sure you're ignoring that. You get in line, or you get online to play it, or there's so much out there to tell you that's not going to happen. But there's nothing out there to tell you that you couldn't amass, like I said, $500 a day, $1,000 a day, whatever figure it is that you want to put out there. And once you do that affirmation, the affirmation becomes a part of you. A part of you. That means it's at the level of assumption, attraction, all the laws, okay? Relativity, polarity, all of the laws. Once you have imbued it in your system like that, there's no way you can avoid it. There's no way it's not coming to find you. It's going to find you. But it's not going to find you when it's that big thing and there's so many people trained on it. But I promise you, there's a level in which you begin to feel much more abundant when the reason, I won't say reasonable or smaller amount. What I'm going to say is the amount that you're comfortable with. The amount that you're comfortable with making every single day. Once that starts to really imbue your system and that money starts coming in, you're going to feel much more abundant, much more you're going to feel much more rich. You're going to feel much more secure, much more stable. And as a result of that, the ability to potentially walk up and win that lottery hits you much stronger than it did before. And that's off you doing an affirmation for making $500 a day, $1,000 a day, whatever your number is. $2,000. 50,000. I don't know. Everybody has a different figure. And I have literally been in the room with some, in some Zoom rooms with some people where they're just like, no, I know today I can make $50,000 and I'm going to go make it. And they went and made it. And that wasn't where I was at, but I understood it. I say I'm giving you these 4 things because I'm a homeowner and I've kept my house. I give you these 4 things because I've walked away from a job with no plan and kept my house. I give you these 4 things. I'm giving you 4 for 4 reasons. I've given you these 4 things. And in the face of people looking at me like, she crazy. Why is she doing this? Everything has stayed on point and kept pushing, even in moments of terror and worry. I mean, what? Okay, seriously. I'm going to say this again. I give you these 4 things, and I'm telling you this because, oh, honey, it works, and it's real. Okay? It's not about just it working. It's about you stepping into and understanding that you are this type of energy. You're a waving energy. And when you understand that the thoughts that you put in your mind is what you're living, at some point you wanted to be living where you living. You may not want to be there now. You may want to be somewhere totally different. So now it's time to change your mind. Right? You're not stuck. You can move forward and you can make things better. Listen, I'll be back at another time. Please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be talking about more of this. This is bathing in herbs. I haven't even hit the herbal part of this entire conversation because I just didn't want to get into that today. You have to understand you don't have to go out to no store to buy a thing. Gratitude, meditation, affirmations, and working with, I would say, the spiritual deities that you are comfortable with. I recommend the angelic ones. I've given you the name of the author, Damon Brand. But there are many other things to do. Okay? Everybody have a great day. Get out there, make your life what you want it to be, because you can have what you want. Peace.